Hi, my name is Melissa De Los Santos, and this is my presentation on globalization. So, what is globalization? It is a process of interaction and integration among the people, companies, and governments of different nations, a process that is driven by international trade and investment and aided by information technology. The history of globalization. Globalization is not new. For thousands of years, people have been trading goods and traveling across great distances. During the Middle Ages, merchants traveled along the Silk Road, which connected Europe and China. The modern age of globalization started with the Industrial Revolution. At the end of the 18th century, new machines were able to produce cheaper goods. Trains and steam-powered boats transported products farther and faster. And since the 1980s, globalization has been moving at a faster pace. Today, it is easier for companies to work in other countries. The internet gives them the chance of reaching more customers around the world. For example, telemarketers work for firms that may be far away. The effects of globalization. The trend toward greater economic, cultural, political, and technical interdependence among national institutions and economies. But one must remember that countries are different, economically, politically, and culturally. International transactions involve converting money into different currencies. The range of problems in an international business is wider and problems are more complex. International business must cope with different conflicting government rules and systems, and with every one of these issues, a different strategic approach is required. So the globalization debate. The past quarter century has seen rapid changes in the global economy. Barriers to the free flow of goods, services, and capital have been coming down. The volume of cross-border trade and investment has been growing more rapidly than global output, indicating that national economies are becoming more closely integrated into a single, interdependent, global economic system. As their economies advance, more nations are joining the ranks of the developed world. But it is always hazardous to use established trends to predict the future. The world may be moving toward a more global economic system, but globalization is not inevitable. Countries may pull back from the recent commitment to liberal economic ideology if their experience do not match their expectations. Also, greater globalization brings with it risks of its own. This slide outlines some of the arguments from the great globalization debate. So, with globalization, there has been an emergence of global institutions, which has brought the institutions such as the World Bank, which promotes economic development and was founded in 1944. In 1945, October, the United Nations was established, which maintains international peace and security, develops friendly relations among nations, cooperates in solving international problems, and promotes respect for human rights, and is essential for harmonizing the actions of nations. The International Monetary Fund, also known as IMF, maintains order in the international monetary system and was established December of 1945. In January of 1995, the World Trade Organization commenced. This organization is responsible for policing the world trading system and ensuring that nations adhere to the rules established in WTO treaties. So to find the right balance between benefits and costs associated with globalization, citizens of all nations need to understand how globalization works and the policy choices facing them and their societies. Thank you.